September 5th, 1755, in order to make way for New England settlers, Acadian men and teenage boys were summarily arrested in Nova Scotia as enemies of the British Crown. They were lured into the town squares where they would be detained until until transports arrived to carry them to exile. The women were left helpless with their children, thus expediting their removal from the colony. The exodus of hundreds of Acadian survivors who fled south to Louisiana settlements signaled not the final chapter for a frontier-spawned culture, but the beginning of a major experiment in cultural transplantation. Not the final chapter for a frontier-spawned culture.
Sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love.
When stars hate my sunshine away. Da 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 da.
Gabriel is my godfather.
Gabriel!
Evangeline is my godmother.
Evangeline, c'était maman.
Gabriel wasn't handsome.
Gabriel, il était pas beau.
Evangeline didn't look any better.
Evangeline ne se levait pas mieux.
Some lovers fail to reunite after the expulsion. Instead of allowing this tragedy to consume their future efforts for happiness, scattered families began to enrich themselves in a country where no one will starve if he is industrious, and where one may easily become rich if he fears God. 200 years have passed. To this day, these people from the trees, these tree people who make themselves comfortable high in the air, precariously perched above our picnics, remain noble above all else. Reluctant to harm anyone but themselves or their children, these people can settle any dispute in less than 31 days. Try saying that about any major government or corporate warfare. Tree people don't have corporations. They only believe in the power of community. This man and this woman settled peacefully in a small town in the southwestern region of Louisiana. They seem to be expecting their firstborn. Homes in these parts have no need to stake white picket fences to claim their properties. Instead, these houses are surrounded by hundreds of banana spiders that weave a delicate division between neighbors. These relaxed settings are common around these trails. A festival seems to be in progress. The sounds of a culture evolve in mysterious ways. Music can be stifled to a point of stagnation, or it can grow limitless, depending upon who accepts what advancements and when they decide to accept them. On these grounds, the spirit of celebration flows with the wooden songs of merry Cajun men. Danny has agreed to take us on a journey. What kind of journey, you ask?
He's really mad at that camera. He don't like being filmed. Yeah. Who's there? What? Richie Valens. Way down yonder on the phone, raise that chicken and raise that corn down yonder, down on the phone. You know, I'm an Italian. My hands started moving, my tongue started to groove. I'm a pure Italian. This is I created this. This is a bacterionoid, and all them little things floating around it are contorcet cells. That's my creation. Yeah, that's my artwork. That's what I do now on the side. But anyway, Utopis is a heavy character. I got his actual picture of him. You don't get to meet him or see him. I do, because I'm his son. I'm son of Utopis, by the way. You know, nobody knows too much about that. He just became, and he was a life force of love, hate, fear, fun, calamity, wealth. There's a lot involved with Utopis. He runs everything. He's not just, you know, he's just not limited.
Some intrepid souls have run electric wires into these infested waters and dropped off vibrating instruments to the locals.
That's cool. That's cool,
They got no place to run. They got no place to hide. I'm in the road with my mom. They got no place to run. They got no place to hide.
We don't know if this or that is right, but you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that I am right, and that's all there is to it.
Danny has spent his entire life on this flatland.
I was deaf. You know, it just happened to be a nickname that I accidentally got. One Halloween, it was supposed to be a costume party, and I go walk into the party, and I'm the only one in the costume. But as soon as I walked in, everybody was like, "Hey, Dad, you know, wow, cool, you know." And so I was been known as Death ever since.
We have a special guest here in the studio tonight, the Grim Reaper himself, Death, to give a commentary on what's happening and what's bugging him in Acadiana.
But first off, I want to talk about, let's say, Slimco.
We got people to sit up and take notice, but listen to about their rights and how they're slowly being taken away from us.
This is our right to free speech. It's what our fathers fought for and died for. You know, free speech is free fucking speech.
I mean, I'm not ashamed of what I've done, you know. I'm proud of it. You know, we made some waves, you know. We got people to sit up and listen.
Now, earlier this evening, we told you about the growing community concerns over a recent so-called vulgar programming going on at Acadiana Open Channel.
Now, at the heart of all this controversy is a live call-in show called Snake Pit.
I'm a man of wealth and taste. Should I keep my day job?
What is your day job?
I'm a heavy equipment operator. That's what I like to do. That's what I love to do. That's what I've always wanted to do since I was 12 years old. Because I'm doing something that I wanted to do as a child. I mean, that's my dream. I want to grow up, be a heavy equipment operator. And lo and behold, man, after all those years of struggling and insecurities and complexes and am I good enough and damn, am I gonna be good enough? I finally am.
When I was single, I eat biscuit and pie. Now I am married, it's eat cornbread or die.
What are little boys made of? Piggins and pails and little puppy tails. That's what little boys are made of.
Let's check in on Uncle Kike only a week after undergoing heart surgery. Uncle Kike came from a small Caribbean island over 30 years ago, pursuing the comfortable, damp grounds that have since been his home. Soon after his arrival, he entertained his new family by encouraging them to ride a goat.
When he pulled these ones, oh, he was that big. You know, they like it pumping stuff.
That's true, they made a decision on you too.
They made a major thing. It was a big decision.
He said, you don't listen to me. You're the only one big bold that don't listen to me. You hear me good?
Y estas son las lunas.
3, they are beautiful. I'm going to make bananas, you know, to sell to Puerto Rico next year. The plátanos y bananas. I do everything I want to. Everything I want to. Soy como Tarzán el Invencible. Me estoy poniendo caliente. Quique, tan, 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 tan. Ese pecho tan bonito, famoso, famoso. Adiós. Adiós. Adiós.
My son, Kike.
Have you ever had turkey necks, like eat them? Really? Not like, because they're good. No, I think she's got something right here. Oh no! God, her head's split open. She's got a big cut on her head. And the bait we used which was turkey necks, because it's cheap. Tie a good knot around the turkey neck, and then throw out the neck on tied to a string, and you'll like tie it to the dock, and someone will pull up the string real slow and like.
Suddenly, I noticed a church steeple. But this particular one had been surgically removed from its temple. It rested on a parking lot across from the remains of its own burnt, shattered body. Barely standing, proud but impotent, I couldn't help falling captive to the irregularity the ruins expressed. Right then and there, the preacher approached me.
Hi, Jorge. I'm glad you came to take a picture of what's left of our church building.
I shared my amusement of the steeple, and he replied,
Yes, it'll be replaced on that brick, 14 square foot brick of foundation that you see. That'll be a part of the new church, and I want you to come.
His wireless phone began to ring, so I left him to attend business. As I walked away, a breeze began to blow. The breeze grew into a gust of wind. But the beauty of it all is that it was not a gust of wind at all, but a holy message. The preacher's conversation must have been awful important because he ignored his Lord's presence. I considered the invitation to attend his church that following Sunday, but I decided to decline after accidentally viewing his sermon on the television. To be honest with you, I don't think I could afford his services.
Sugarcane fields, Southern gladiators have organized a monthly event that uncovers the brutal truth of man-to-man combat. These mad males assume an identity and charge at each other with unknown, frustrated fury and try to pin down their opponents while the referee enforces the law and prevents unauthorized wrestlers from interfering with the match. Many curious faces gather around the battlefield. Some carve pumpkins to honor their favorite gladiators. To supply themselves with a high level of courage, an endless amount of alcohol is consumed, minimizing rational thoughts, and, most importantly, the presence of pain.
know, but Holy Roy is, I am El Cabron. Suck it.
These crazy wrestlers grafted the graced requisite to sail from Cyprus to ground, to hospital to Cyprus, and have thrown up the cage of the wrestling ring to intensify these genetic powers. What gall, what insane beauty, what gelatinous bodies slapping each other belly first, creating disturbing ripples in our mind's eye.
You fucked it up. Oh shit, are you okay?
Yeah.
Danny said to his brother Danny, "Let us go out in the field." When they were in the field, Danny attacked his brother Danny and killed him. Then the Lord asks Danny, "Where is your brother, Danny?" He answered, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?"
Hello, this is Elaine Mouton. Hey, one of your little puppy got run over in the road, and you need to come back before Lindsay go and try to mess with that. Thank you. My children were very frightened of the world and in your hands.
What happened to the dog?
No, what happened to the spiders?
They're dead. They're dead.
Why are they dead?
Because of winter. Actually, I don't think they're dead. I don't know what happens to them in the winter time. It's strange. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're all like hibernating, like, you know. Tibetan Book of the Dead. You ever heard of that book?
Yeah.
Like where they take you through like the steps of dying. And like what happens like to you after you die, and I was reading it. It's pretty crazy. I mean, do you have any beliefs? Whoa. I broke it with the shovel, but isn't that weird? Could be very, well, I don't know, it's not a fossil, right?
That's not a fossil, it's just a shell.
A shell, but it's weird that it's here. Yeah, if we were next to the beach, I'd say no big deal, but it's just weird. It's not a fossil. It's definitely not a fossil. Huh. Whoa. It's like pottery. But this is too fine to be. It's an old record.
What?
Yeah. It's a 78 or something. It's not the way you excavate, I'm sure. Well, somebody buried some stuff here. It's weird, huh? Maybe I found like some gold or something. That would be great.
harmoniously swinging limb to branch, branch to limb, in time with their own size. The fact is, they've come almost as far as we have. They simply decided to take an early exit from the race, upwards to the furry treed skies.
She sat down beside me and taking my hand said, "Kind sir, you a stranger and of a strange land, but if you will consent to go home with me, I'll teach you the language of the island Mohi." No, no, my fair maiden, that never could be, for I have a sweetheart across the deep sea.